Did it feel a little?
Yeah.
A little awkward.
It felt very awkward not
Hi,
having my partner here.
I'm back. Give it up for this guy.
Well,
that's not easy to sit here by yourself and you're like, I have nobody to banter with.
Well, the energy was different, and I'm sure people felt it and realized it. It wasn't the high energy that it usually can be, and I pushed it. I tried, but
just wait. There'll be times when I'm sitting here by myself.
It's different when you're by yourself.
Yeah, it is different.
But I wanted to make sure I came on and gave the people what they need,
But you did good. You did real good.
So.
It's not easy to sit here with all this, all by yourself. Because usually this is how our day goes from whenever you come into the coffee house. That's like our brain dump time where we talk about all the stuff that we brought in throughout the weekend and overnight, and conversations and comments and people.
And I had that Thursday, but on Friday.
And you're like,
on Friday, I didn't have that at all.
I know.
It was just solo time until
So
I saw
here I
am.
Me and my water bottle.
Oh, yeah.
You did good. I watched them both. You did great. But, so I'm glad I'm back today because the original plan was that I was not going to be here today. But I'm glad I am because today is a big day. Really big day, actually, because you do not realize how time flies. You don't. Unless you have it written in your calendar where you're going to be in 90 days. And so today is our 90 days. And that's kind of a big deal.
That's a very big deal.
That's
really 90 days of holy crap.
Of let's take this idea. Hold on, let me get my notebook out. Let me take this idea.
Well, actually, there was writing on the idea.
There was lots of writing on the idea, but I'm not giving it to you yet.
But it was one sentence.
You know what? I think I actually have it in my book.
Do you really?
I don't know.
Because if you do, that should be framed.
Do I?
I have the original notes.
Do you have the original
From when
notes?
we created the course, I have the original notes. Well, when we created the pilot program, that's this big compared to what is back there now. The flagship product, if you will, the mother load.
It's funny that we this one. This was just scribble scratch notes from.
Yeah, look at that.
I mean, just so simple stuff because we were transitioning with COVID.
That was day one.
Of how to. Holy crap!
That was Thursday, 3/26. That was day one of us hammering it.
Yeah. What did we sit at the table for 7 hours or something crazy?
Yes, it was.
And it started with such a simple idea.
Well, yeah, and it was going to be easy, and it was going to be fast, and we were going to be up and running. And
yeah, we're going to be having all kinds of stuff right now.
Nope.
We were going to be sitting face to face. It actually started in January. It actually started way before that with just conversation. And then January was the pilot class. And then we're going to get to work in March. And then everything closed.
Well,
which was such a blessing.
You could look at it this way. I mean, this has been in the making for you for how many years?
My whole adult life.
Okay.
Since I was 18.
So similar.
Yeah.
I mean, since I was 21. So we're talking 31 years. This has been in the making for me for 31 years. And then for us, unspoken, it's been in the works for 3 years. Spoken, it's been in the works for probably about a year.
Yeah,
I mean, we both kind of had the idea, just never officially announced it to each other. but I think we both knew.
Yeah.
So that's been at least a year. And
Yeah.
now we hit our 90-day mark of actually functioning and building,
focusing on it,
this business and focusing. And, you know, we're going to talk about massive action. Well, shit, we took some massive freaking action because we have, I mean, I took off last week, Wednesday, and that's something that I brought to the table to the other two. I'm like, I need to take that day off. And Kim was happy because there's things she needs to get done, and now she can get those done. And our marketing director meets with his peer group and advisory council, if you will, on that period. So, you know, he can get all that stuff done. And that was the first Wednesday I took off in basically 90 days.
Yes. Yeah. And the only reason I took off was because you took off.
Right. And,
you know, because that was the agreement that we had from the beginning was that
my boss is pretty cool.
that if I'm here, you're here, you know? So, and the other piece is that we didn't develop this. We didn't get out of the W-2 world to be in the W-2 world to, you know, have to come up with, gee, I really have to, is it okay with you? Even though, I'll be honest, that I know how I found myself, I'm going to speak for Fritz, but I almost found myself asking if that's okay, mainly because, not because I feel like I'm asking permission, but I want to make sure that I honor the commitment that we have as business partners, that, you know, if you show up, I show up. And if I'm away, like, you're cool with that, it's a totally different feeling. It's a feeling of empowerment. And what's really cool is what he said to me last week was that's why we're building something that's ours. And that's why we chose to own our life and to do this piece. And hopefully we can drive that home to everybody else that's watching this, that, you know, we know that not everybody's just going to drop their stuff and start a new company. And we don't expect that from anybody that's on here. This is our journey. Please don't do that.
Don't just quit your job and say,
don't do
start
that.
a business.
Yeah, I'm doing it. Bye.
No, don't do that, man. Don't do that.
A lot of conversations and a lot of things that we were just ready. The timing was there for us to sit down and do this. Boy, it took a lot of things to align to do that. And fortunately, unfortunately, when COVID hit, it was perfect timing for us to switch from the classroom to online.
Well, and there's a willingness too. So,
oh gosh, yeah.
Like I'm all in. So like, there's a willingness to, well,
there's a willingness.
And we had
to
Frank
suffer.
on, so all of you that watch Frank know I have a place to stay. But if it
what
comes,
about Heidi?
Well, no, I mean, Heidi will come with me.
I'm just messing.
But what I'm saying is I'm willing to lose everything to get this thing going because I believe that firmly in what we have to offer. Like, it's a fanatical thing. Like I'm disappointed and I'm sad when people don't understand or get what we're doing because it's that valuable, I feel.
It is that valuable. And I think when people don't understand it, it's because they've never fully lived their life full out. They've never had the courage enough. I wouldn't say that they weren't brave enough, but they really never had the courage enough to fully believe in themselves. And I think a lot of things need to come in a line for that, and total awareness and being completely present. And I don't want to shame or disrespect anybody that is sitting out there listening to this and thinking that they're not good enough to go do it. They're not smart enough to go do it. Or you absolutely are. And that is absolutely in our mission statement. That is in everything that we do, is that we see the greatness that is in people. And our frustration and the reason why we built this is because we're so tired of seeing people, looking them dead in the eye and going, you are 100% worth it. And them not believing that about themselves. So it's only because, why? Because they believe their own bullshit that has been stacked on them their whole lives.
And it's the noise. So I don't know how many times this has happened to you, because we don't really talk about this, but I'll tell you, man, I'm really quick to shut out the noise of those that want to tell me how to build this that aren't doing what we're doing.
It's called the man in the arena.
Because if you're not out there building
Mm-hmm.
something, and I'm not saying it has to be what we're building. If you're not building something for yourself, building a business and putting the sacrifice, the blood, the sweat, the tears, the crying nights, what have you. If you're not doing that, then you know what? I'm not going to listen to your advice sitting on the other side, comfortable.
Hey, Fritz, you know what you should do?
There's no freaking way.
That's awesome. And I know that we're very much the same this way, that if somebody's coming to us that has been in the arena, then I'll listen.
Oh, absolutely.
I'll listen, because I like the stories of somebody being pushed down and them going, you know what, I'm going to reach right back down and I'm going to pull myself back up and we're going to make this happen, because I know that people deserve it and they're looking for it. And that's what we're doing. And that's why we come on here every day and explain to you what we're doing, why we're doing it, our process for doing it, the good, the bad, the ugly. And then we come on and we have story time, because that's our, like, we don't have to think about that, right? That's a really allowing you guys into us, to Kim and to Fritz and our life, our personal side, that we're not machines. We have just been through a lot in our lives, and all of that has made us better. And we have just decided that it's not just for us to keep, that it's for us to give away. It's for us to help others develop other champions. And that's what we want to do. We want to take that rock star, kick-ass person that's watching out there that feels like they're on an island, that nobody else understands them, that they have these big goals and big dreams, and people go, oh, why do you want to do that for? Aren't you happy with what you have? You know what? It's okay to be unsettled and to not be satisfied with status quo. It is okay for you to want to raise your standards and to be better. Because when you are better for you, you are better for everybody else. Everything that comes out of your mouth, every thought that happens, everything that you do, you don't do it with the intent to, I'm going to get something for me.
Should never settle.
You do it for other people, and you should never, ever settle. Never.
You should
never.
I mean, mediocrity it's almost like a swear word. I mean, you just shouldn't live there. And I know many people do, and that's why we do what we do, right?
Yeah.
Because we see the greatness in everybody. And, you know, I don't want mediocrity for anybody. I want people to thrive and get the abundant life that they deserve, because everybody lives or deserves to live in abundance. And I'm not just talking money. I'm talking happiness, fulfillment, joy, like abundance.
Yeah.
And there's no reason. And you know what? We live in America, opportunity capital of the world, and there's so much out there to do. You just got to go out and grab it.
You do.
And it takes massive action, which is what
that's our topic this week. So this just ties right into our topic of massive action period. And there's nothing you can't do in this world without action. So one of my favorite things that Tony Robbins says is that when you finally decide to take massive action and make a decision to do it, that you need to burn the effing boats.
No.
Because when you burn the boats, when you burn your way out, you are guaranteed to take massive action to make sure that you hit your goal, to do what you do, to do what you want to do, to make those things.
I could do a metaphor right now for that.
Please.
It's probably not going to be totally appropriate.
Okay. Here we go.
But guys, you can relate to this. What she's saying about burning the boats, imagine us guys walking the wire, 1 foot on one side, 1 foot on the other side. What do you think is going to happen when that wire snaps? You're going to get it right in the balls. So you got to pick a side. You can't if you don't burn the boat to where it's going to sink and you just can't go back on it, you're not going to be successful. You're not going to get what you're striving to get. And that's why I said earlier that I am willing to sacrifice everything. And that was obviously a conversation I had to have with my wife, because I'm like, you going to be okay living in a cardboard box if we have to?
That ain't gonna happen.
You know what I mean, though?
Yeah.
But you got to have that conversation.
Yeah, you do. Well, and the Bible calls us to be decisive in our choices and stick with it. So you can't be wishy-washy when you are making a decision for your life.
No.
You cannot. You can't say, "Oh, I'll give it a shot. I'll try it." No, you won't.
And it's a hard-ass decision.
This is not easy. And that's why we are sitting here. That's why we are your coaches. That's why we come to you every single day. That's why we have umpteen different sticky notes on the walls. What we are doing is, that's funny. I had to look away from it. What we're doing is not easy, and it's not perfect. And I am not sitting here saying that any of this has been perfect for me. I am struggling with this every day because I am learning. I'm raising my own standards every single day, as well as living life outside of this space that we are creating right now. So that's where our 90-day point has brought us, is a shit ton of work. That some days we walk out of here with like no words anymore, because our brains, if you could see them, they would be ripped, because they get such a workout every single time we come in here. Our marketing director is exhausted on a daily basis, because it doesn't end with him here. When he walks out, we come on live, and he goes home and he keeps going. And we couldn't be more grateful for him.
Midnight. Can you send me this code?
Like, we wouldn't be where we are without him.
Oh,
and
hell
we
no.
need to give some major gratitude.
No, we would not be.
Can we even say his full name yet?
We wouldn't. We probably need.
We should probably ask permission. But anyway, he's a freaking rock star. He's doing an amazing job, and he has the utmost belief that we are actually really truly bringing a lot of value to the world, and we know that we are. And he's been right there. So without further ado,
that was a great segue, by the way.
We have another really, really super exciting announcement to make.
Yeah.
Fritz?
So our website actually has been live, but now it's like, that was kind of soft. It was for us to play with it, make sure all the links worked, all that. But guess what? Now you guys can go to our website.
It's live, it's running, and oh my goodness, there is a lot of stuff on there.
It is ownyourlifellc.com.
It's actually in the description. You'll see it when you logged in to see us.
But it was cool to say. You should
I know.
Just say
it's ownyourlifellc.com.
See, doesn't it?
It does sound good. Of course it does. So you definitely want to head over there. Feel free to share and share and share some more. Invite people to come to it. We are putting together a newsletter. So you want to make sure and sign up for that, because there's going to be a lot of things in that newsletter that are not going to be posted out into the public. So you make sure and get signed up for that. We are going to start offering our clarity sessions. So make sure that you sign up for one of those if you're looking to have a conversation with Fritz and I together. Those clarity sessions are free. So we would love to connect with you.
And it's please understand, it's an actual coaching session.
Yes.
So we call it a clarity session because we're just getting very clear on where you're at and things that you want to accomplish. And then you are, on the other hand, are getting very clear as to what coaching truly is, our style, and what we can offer, because we don't walk the track of the normal coaching.
And that's why we're amazing.
And I guess that's all I can really say.
Yeah.
You'll learn more about it as we put more content out. more of that will definitely be in the newsletter that we send out, because we're going to talk about that. We got a lot coming for sure.
Yeah.
That's coming our way. So,
well, we've taken a lot of what you've kind of seen, some things that maybe you haven't seen, and put them on the website. So when you go to ownyourlifellc.com, you will immediately see a great picture of this guy.
And this girl.
I was probably looking at you just like that too. And you're going to find out way more about us than you've ever seen when we come on live. So you're going to go on there and you're going to see the about ownyourlifellc.com. You're going to see the coaches, us. You're going to be able to connect with us there, and you're going to be able to own your life. So there is going to be a little link. There's a tab on top that says Own Your Life. And that's where you go on to sign up for that free clarity session. Yep. There's a way to contact us. And then there's a bunch of other stuff that you may or may not have seen, and things that you can look back on, like our vlog, our Facebook, our YouTube,
our LinkedIn,
all the things. So
yeah,
there's pretty sweet.
Yeah, and don't be surprised if you see some changes on that website, because obviously we're looking at it all the time. So then we get, it's going to be tweaked, but you guys might have suggestions for us too, and we encourage that.
Yes, please.
Because no way is this, our way is the best way. It's not like that at all. So we really rely on our audience here, and that's all of you out there. So, it's quite the honor to be able to sit in front of you guys, speak in front of you guys. Hell, it's just an honor for you to listen.
Yeah. We say that pretty much every time we're done here, is that we are incredibly grateful for all of you. And we do understand that people are truly looking for guidance, and they're also looking for their tribe. They're looking for those people that understand them, that get them, that don't judge them, that we know that you're on a journey, and we just really, really want to be there to be a part of it, to help to give you some guidance. We know it's already in there. It's our job to pull it out, put it up on the board, and go, look, you did that. We didn't do that. You didn't come into us as a blank slate and say, how do I do this? I can't figure myself out. It's all inside. We just got to kind of remove some of the layers and some of the noise that you've been listening to for a long time, because it is in there. And we got to take massive action to get there. And so hence the topic for the week. And we're going to keep going through this as the week goes on. I'm sure you'll be excited to know that Friday, I'll be in the hot seat by myself. So
unless we do a recording and figure all that out.
Well, maybe it's kind of a.
We might as well mention too, and I know our marketing director told us not to, but I'm going to do it anyways. Ooh. He can slap me tomorrow. Ooh. And I know I've said this before, but we will have a podcast coming. So I used to do a podcast called Real and Unscripted. We're going to keep the name Real and Unscripted. It's just Own Your Life now owns it. And it's now part of Own Your Life. So we will be doing that too. Mm-hmm. And that's actually going to be the platform we're going to transfer into for some really deep.
Yeah.
In your
face. That one is literally going to be real and unscripted.
Yeah, so. That one's going to be in your face, not for the faint of heart, probably offend some people. But then again, if this even offends you, then you probably should look in the mirror, and you're probably the one we're talking to. Because we definitely don't come out here to offend people, but we know we're going to offend people. But the ones that are usually offended are the ones that need us most.
The ones that usually are offended the most. And because you've been in that group of people, if you've ever been to anything that has been inspirational, or gosh, even going to church, sometimes people can throw stones. And those are usually the people that need to hear it the most, but they're just afraid and driven by fear. And a lot of the times they don't even know that much.
Oh, and when I've been to trainings where I've been uncomfortable.
Oh yeah.
And it's like, yep,
I gotta go.
I really need to hear this.
It's always when you want to run away from it that you need to realize that there's going to be something in here that's radically going to change how I look at my life, how I look at others, and just how I leave the room that day. So we just have so much. I can't even tell you what's on the board right now because I don't want to ruin it, even though I want to tell you everything that's on the board right now.
We could almost just take the camera and just one of these days we should pan the room so people could see.
I know. Yeah.
We don't have to sit on anything, but we could pan the room so people could see the craziness.
Hey, you know what we should do? You know what we should get first is a camera.
Yeah, we need a camera. We're gonna get one.
Yeah. So we need a camera and should we have a list? That for sure, so that we're not trapped to the front of my computer. But it's all right. You do with what you have, be resourceful with what you can be, and you show the process. Because I think this has been the coolest part of this whole thing is that we didn't just put together this amazing course and come on perfect. Like we knew that this was going to be really important that we come on and show the process and how imperfect it is. And there are days when we come on and really don't have a whole lot to share. Really, we just pick a topic out of the air. Today, we're really excited because we really are getting much better, certainly as we narrow this funnel of information, because we've had notebooks of information and topics and things we want to teach on. And it's really hard to come online and talk about one thing. So we end up talking about quite a few things but they always go in that same line, right?
Yes.
But as we go now, and we're really starting to dial it in and narrow it in, and that's why we have our website live now. And you can go on there and see it's ownyourlifellc.com. And you'll be able to tell the difference of really getting fine-tuned on what we're sharing with you. And the website will change, little tweaks here and there, not a lot, but you'll start to see some things. So keep coming back, sign up for the newsletter because there will be information in there, and we're going to have some freebies floating around. So you want to be around for those.
Yeah, and that's where our boot camp will get announced. That's where products, trainings, all of that will get announced on their events.
Oh, yeah. And
we want to, we really are itching, both of us are itching very much to get in front of you guys live. We want to do it in a big, bad way, but the patience is what's going to...
We both said it.
The patience is what's going to make it a really wow experience, and
it'll all be worth it.
That's what we're trying to do, and I mean, the stuff we got coming is so freaking cool.
Yeah.
I wish I could share all of it with you guys, but I can't.
That's okay. We'll have to keep some secrets. But the first thing that you're going to do is go to the new website, ownyourlifellc.com. Sign up for the newsletter. Take a peek around. We can't wait to see you there. And as always, we give much gratitude to you guys. Keep tuning in every single day. We are going to throw some new things at you. Like Fritz was saying, we're going to start adding a podcast where it's going to be real and unscripted. It's going to be a little uncomfortable for some, but if you just lean into what we're saying and understand that we come to you with our hearts first, you're really going to get a lot out of it.
And if you haven't yet, the one day I'm asking, which would be today, would you please go and share this video today with everybody, because it does have our announcement of our website in there, and it does have some pretty cool stuff, and this is a really good topic this week. So please, if you haven't done it yet, share this video with your entire network and ask them to do the same, because the more faces we can get in front of, the more impact that Kim and I want to have on the world we're going to be able to do. And we can only do this through the organic ways like this. So we need your help. So we're asking.
It's a big ask, but we have all the confidence in the world in you guys. So thank you so much. Again, always have a great Monday evening. Post Father's Day, if you haven't celebrated yet, please go do that. And we will be back here tomorrow. We'll see you guys later.
Love you.